Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Manicheans series of Crusader Kings 3 here on the Lord Master channel. It seems we're getting a lot closer to becoming a great conqueror. Which, as a reminder, to get that, need at least 8 of the following. You got your Marshal, Strategist, Gallant, so it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we need to do more of the standard West contracts and participate in a couple more wars. And wars against kings or emperors. And as well as the level of fame to be up to legendary figure, which we're getting a lot closer to that. So I need to earn a bit more prestige. Increase the size of that since we've been upgrading a bit more. Scrape the barrel if you can for a while, and then we'll fill them up with provisions because I'm gonna do a few more contract work, such as this and this, because this gives you prestige gain, slightly at least. So I'm on the way. Oh, and in the meantime, while you're traveling out here, I want you to go to the areas that will give you a martial lifestyle experience up. And then swing around there and come back. So go around there and woo, yeah. Let's get to it. Yeah, I was wounded. I'm interrupted from my stroll when near the guarded lock wagon by the approach of a nervous stranger. A woman introduced herself as Mahamahadevi of Anupalid, and is clear as alien to Shahbandar's eye. Lady, you and I both know that Manicheans are not welcome around here. Doubtless you to have countered the prejudice that the Father of Greatness is faithful facing these lines. Military paused stand herself for clearly expect rejection. I understand if you're already too many people to care for, but if you have me, I'll serve you, Lord, in all your days. Really? The Maharani herself? Yes. Han Kashinya. Ooh. Yeah, of course. Let's be friends. One. Alright. Come on, let's get to it. Do I still got it? I still got it. Tolls for the peasants. I'm a captain. Just do it. Small prestige gain and pick up the martial lifestyle experience so I can get a perk. Loot and plunder. Finishing a siege rewards 20 times the holding's loot value as provisions. That'll be good to have. More men at arms damage would be great to have. Every little bit helps. Protect the innocent. More provisions. But if you do exceptional success, you gain a bit more. And more importantly, fill up all your provisions. Well, mostly. The formula play. This is a diplomatic scheme. This one gives you more prestige, so I'm going to go for that instead. So it's nice to take a break from warfare. Of all that. One second. So it'll be fun. Bingo. That's what I was waiting on. This to be finished. Sure. A little bit of minute arms damage would do, but this we need to get up because number of knights increase. Just a little bit more room for more fighting men to join in our ranks, even if we have to rent a few before we leave the subcontinent for good. Be quite starting our provisions use as always. Especially that we're going to be traveling to the Arabian Sea and up the Persian Gulf and then land in Mesopotamia, do a few work there, and then we're ready. Just one more scheme and I'll get this scheme done. Because I know I have to participate in more wars, so I think supporting a faction will do. As a way of try to, mess around. Get rid of the wire that's been giving me good things. 180 prestige. And I thought maybe if there's going to be a throwment war, I can overthrow him and I'll be the one that does the fighting. But however, we're going to have to move the camp a little. So I don't get caught. Right, move the camp a little bit. Hey, it's gone. Well, this is a city holding. Should visit the fine craftsman. Armor needs an upgrade. Never mind. How about look for accessories? Because I think I'm a little bit, yeah, a little bit short on artifacts lately. No, screw it. Unless, just say, oh, buy a weapon for someone. Yeah, just buy a mace, not for my personal use, but give it to one of my fighting men who might need it to just increase his prowess. It's just an idea. How you tell stories so well. Right, anybody want to join? No? Okay. Then there's the seating text. The Cindy ruffian remarks of a smile as she motions towards the hooded figure's chair. That's additional bit of gold, certainly. The hooded man immediately stands up as the hood drops. I recognize none other than Puravadana and Virayakapala of Noodle. This is an outrage, the Puravana exclaims, clearly busted. Do I agree? Inquire of my business associates, the ruffian threatens as the situation grows increasingly tense. How about you take up with me instead? It's the worst that can happen. Noblemen say that it's the role of patrons. Any last martial duties I may care? Hard muscle. Collect taxes. That doesn't give prestige, but it gives a lot of provisions. Unless exceptional success with additional prestige. I don't know about that, man. I don't see any stand-by-me contracts, which is why I think we ought to go to Mesopotamia next. Screw it, let's just do it right here. I know it doesn't increase further, but you get the idea. I was about to say, yeah, that counts out a contract should you leave. I didn't know you could do that. I thought I could do two simultaneously, but no, you can't do that. Unless you have a mercenary contract, then that's an entirely different matter. Unless you've been traveling. I ain't no beggar. But we're almost there. There's no mercenary standby contracts. All the reason why we gotta leave soon. Oh, near death. Okay, let me get you out of here then. Place you with someone else. Every slight increase of the night effectiveness just makes our fighting men more and more effective. Just need to get rid of that stress. You know, simply for the sake of it, recruit male court. Yeah, we never know that. Oh, anybody can be a Bagator at this point. Because there's 23 of you. Well, there's a chance of failure at that. Do it. No prestige, but some money and provisions will do. Go to this here capital. Just wanted to get ready for departure when we fill up our provisions all the way. Diplomacy. Transport contract. Hey, here's your opportunity on your way out, but transport does require some lucrative income. You ain't no good at any. Yeah, let's have a bit of a training session. Hi, any of you able bodies? Sir, Cabis. This is Cabis. Yeah, this is we have someone for use of your skills here. Yeah, come on, big man. Might give me a story or two. Growth opportunity. 16. Agpaldas, that's his name. Get him in. Whoa. Artifact delivery, big one. Holy, ho 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 ho. No matter what the chance of success is, you're gonna get paid big, but more importantly, big prestige reward awaits us. Oh, I'm so getting out of his place. Pilgrim's Guide. And you want to take it to there. Okay. You got it. Look. Another one up there, that's escort emissary. That's alright. Wild boar hide. Here you go. Big payment. Oh yeah. You're good. Oh what? Mercenary work. I commend you too, cause now you consider me as a legendary figure. I'll be there. Just hang on. Yeah, you can get married to whoever you like. Just don't patronize me too much. Just give me all the provisions that you got. I'm willing to do a bit of mercenary work here, and then we'll see too. We can get out. This is a reclaimant war, folks. And remember, we travel fast. So head to there. Be there in 3 months. Bring it on. I prefer a straight fight than all this sneaking around. And this is against a kingdom, by the way. This one will increase the size of its regiment. Which I'll do that when we're in Mesopotamia, but not traveling to, but when we're over there. Don't want to use up too much provisions while we go. We're there in 5 days. See how fast we travel? I'm old and you're old, so I'll do that bastard myself. During my last real duel. For a few brief moments, Nagapate Bataka and I pace in lazy half circles, each watch for an opening. I couch my magnificent spear ready to defend myself while he clutches mace firmly to hand. This my meal until first blood has eased my nerves. With a sudden twitch, our bout begins. Bataka stays stock still, seeming hoping it'll just throw down my spear. Well, I'm gonna get prestige regardless after this, so you have to let your guard down eventually, coward. Probing attack. Cautiously but firmly test the strength of his guard. Picking my moments carefully, I make several quick strikes, knocking Bataka down this way and that, slowly widening his guard. Unexpectedly manages to swing a vicious kick to my shin, momentarily helping me. Form is decent with some lasses, his stance is failing. We're evenly matched, with victory balancing on a knife edge. You'll never break my guard. Spear held vigilantly ahead of me. I stride forward, parrying blow after blow from my opponent, until I'm given a perfect momentary opening. With a lightning fast parry and riposte, I managed to twist the sword from his hand, sending it flying. It was his mace. My opponent is aghast. I ready myself a second shot, this time ready for the kill. Further violence proves unnecessary, as I get my yield as soon as he processes how few options he has. I'm victorious. Fort level is 4. Let's take the damn place. It's a defensive war, but still. You can become a great conqueror now. Let's finish this. I originally feared that I thought we might do more. But look at the loot. I'm gonna refill those provisions for this. Gotcha. I step out of my tent to see camp spawns up before me. The sordid seed of death and horror. The flags flutter in the stiff northwestern breeze. Colors stark and bright against the dune sky. The work is endless. There's a morass of mud and bodies. The air is foul and musty beneath the canopy of tops that cover the tents. The sweet scent of horses and sweat and leather mingled with mixtures of blood and dried shit that kick our boots and cloaks. My low retainer approaches and forces the siege segment. I gather my bodyguards, head to the outer camp. The Dama of Ujjaini stands before me. A charred graveyard. In the fields between, crops have withered and the wild grass has been reduced to mahogany-colored snow. Bodies are strewn everywhere. Shrieks of agony fill the air. Grieving widows wail amid scattered stones, the remnants of their homes. Limited looting here. Get everybody. If you want to pay the ransom, do so. $178 gold. Thank you very much. Right, before we leave, There's some things I have to do. If you've gotten any knights to rent, this is your opportunity to give them to me. Because I ain't coming back here. 810 pros. You got it. If you don't got any to rent, then give me gold. Lots of it. You ain't gonna use them. Doesn't have knights to rent. Give me the gold. You ain't got a knight to rent. Give me the gold. Wait until all the prisoners arrived at camp. And then I'll start recruiting some of the people. Like, yeah. Just wait until they arrive. Tonight I strip myself of every symbol signifying my rank to walk honestly with my soldiers. It's a quiet evening. So when the argument breaks out, the words reach me loud and clear. A pikeman is trying to convince his commander, my bodyguard Vegeta Simha, of the advantages of an alternative strategy. Vegeta Simha will hear none of it. As I approach, the inferior man raises his fist. Mediate between Vegeta Simha and the soldier. So instead of taking a chance, just get one guaranteed. Otherwise, myself hurt. Vegeta Simha arms freezes mid-blow as I raise my voice. The emotional intensity of my words seems to strike a chord. In his expressed softness to embarrassment, he stammers out an apology and scurries away. The soldier beams guards. Thank you, my lady. You will never know a more faithful servant than Uzo Akon. Geez, even faster? No, just discuss strategy to learn more about warfare. So now it's hard rule, which, you get more dread. Mercenary contract gives you more gold rewards, had you known it before. And men-at-arms damage plus 10% more than it already has. And soon we should go get soldiers of lesser fortune. You get way more reinforcements from scraping a barrel. 400% plus. Maybe, who knows, if I live long enough, overseeing and all that, it just sounds rather, yeah, that would have been great to have, now would it? If you're going to be the ruler of all of Mesopotamia. But remember, if you do that, you're already at the max of everything. Legends sake, though. The Manichean head of fate moves back. Every county in Mesopotamia, 50% chance the faith will change to Manichaeism. Have to own Kufa, and at least 4 of the following of these lands, especially Kufa. But don't worry, we'll get all of it. So, yeah, you got all the requirements. You participated in so many wars, and wars against kings and emperors and all that. You got it all. No, you did not have 4,000 soldiers, nor enough to stand with us. No. Just wait until the prisoners arrive at camp. Some will be ransomed, others will be recruited for their prowess. Okay, one got away. And so this one. Okay, here he comes. Alright, let's have a look here. Because we got so many damn prisoners. Looking for men only, okay? I'll even accept a few, not so good fighters. Remember, there are some that's been here for years. I'm only willing to recruit one, and I'll mass ransom the rest. Because we're about to have so much gold. And we'll spend that gold on provisions once we land in Mesopotamia. Which we're going to Al-Basra. Though the sea trial is said to be dangerous. Wandering lifestyle experience. Hang on. Where am I at this point? Because I too would like to be an inspector. You know what, Jevahafet, we'll make a short stop here, pick up provisions, and then continue on the way. No reason to face the worst now. Just take these for travel safety. Unless you want to go faster. Yeah. Move out. Farewell, India. You've been great to me for decades. At least the benefit of traveling by sea is just it does not take up much provisions compared to traveling in overland. Temple holding, right? Yeah. Okay, we arrived at land, and this is just going to be our stop here. Some of them are hooks. Alright. Alright. I know, it was like 40 some odd out there. Okay. Java. Long, slender, lonely mountain. The last before the sand dunes and the first before the Hajar chain. Its steep rocky slopes has long been inhabited by the people of the region, and beehive tombs can be found set at its feet. Okay. We're just here to get some provisions. Just buy them. Don't bother to do anything foolish. Improve ruler reputation. Settle boundary disputes. No reason to do this anymore. Continue to Basra. This was just a sightseeing thing. Now you got another number of Red Arms Regiment increase. Well, my learning skills a little better, so why the hell not? Libations for the Lost. Just to increase the night effectiveness a little bit more. I just don't want to hit the invasion thing just yet. The conqueror thing just yet. 63, I'm feeling fine. Even though I'll soon be losing all those health benefits. But it has to leave thing, by the way. You're almost a foot. You got width all the way. Very good for army movement speed. The seas are thick, around here thick with South Arabian traders going about their usual craft, carrying rare and exotic goods from one port to another. One such merchant ship holds an item women that immediately takes my interest. On one side, the moment laid my eyes upon the bejeweled Koran. I know that I could never find anything like it back in the ravens of the Father of Greatness, and it simply must be mine. Yeah, I'll take it, simply for the sake of it. It's a court artifact. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Mesopotamia. The land of plenty. Our promised land. Though there's the capital, Baghdad. Trade center with an extremely high fort level. We do not have the men to besiege that, and if we try to besiege it, it would take an eternity and a half to break it down, so you'd rather take the holdings around it. It's not currently in a state of war, unfortunately. But if he was leading, he's a fairly old man at that. But mind you, it's a fairly large realm, spanning from the northern reaches of the Arabian Desert to the Caspian coast. It controls northern Arabia, all of Mesopotamia, parts of Persia, and parts of Lulu and Dazur. Although not, well, barely bordered with Byzantium. But I want to explore more of this land first. Like, let's visit Baghdad if we can. You go to a few landmarks here and there. What's our stewardship experience after all this time? Yeah, basically we're just going to do a bit of traveling around. And remember the culture. It's largely Zenge. We have zero acceptance with them. And I feel like we can hopefully see things our way. So let's just move up then. That's our priority. Just do a bit of exploring and make sure nothing bad happens out here. Silence missionaries. Great for captives. Spending a little on provisions. There it is. Kufa. Hey. Swing around there first before we come down there. Extreme provision events might occur. Well, let's risk it. We'll buy some more over there. Just want to visit this place. Then we go to Grand Temple. Then we go to the Imam Ali Mosque. And then we're going to go visit Baghdad. Turning a bend in the path, we come across a group of people covered in dust, emerging from what must have been an impressive tomb. They hoist burlap sacks and jingle and jangle, weighed down by the trinkets they dug out of the ancient building. Times are hard, mighty captain. Our families must be fed, and we're not going to do any harm among living. The captain deserves our cut. The Oxus Bracelet. It's a court artifact. This bracelet of wonderful craftsmanship is said to hail from the land of Transoxiana. Though its inlay of emerald and semi-precious stones is long lost, the gold retains its luster. Bracelets like these were gifts of honor at the courts of the King of Kings in Antiquity, so perhaps it was once worn by a great lord in Babylon. And it will soon be on display when I become the ruler of all of Mesopotamia. Here's your martial lifestyle experience. Soldiers of lesser fortune. Man-at-arms recruitment now cost less, and you get more reinforcements from scraping a barrel. Slow down for him. Grand Temple here. A friend died. See? Nothing happened. What are you talking about? No new perk, unfortunately. Gather provisions here. Nothing. Ah well, go buy some more provisions, and then we'll have a look at Baghdad here. Let's visit the capital. And of course go to Ctesiphon as well, before you even go to Baghdad. So you just have to swing around here. Ah yes, famed Haran. Yeah, I would be willing to pick up a few more martial lifestyle experience. That's why I don't want to engage in combat or contracts yet. Well, we're going to get a sightseeing event though. The rain hasn't let up while we've been traveling through Al-Hila. I have been nervously eyeing the river as its murky waters have swelled ever larger, like some pus-filled blister. My follow, Kabel. What kind of name is that? Cindy. Is completing once again. We've been trekking through this sodden, sunken cesspit for days. Windows, before we can finish, sense a bank finally breaks and rushes, taking a dark water source towards my San Kabel. Well, they call him the bearded for a reason. Oh, save the supplies. I mean, I don't see much use of him, to be honest. Don't want to lose provisions while I'm on the road. Let's pass through the ruins of the palace of Ctesiphon, where Mani was from. There, you're at the capital now. Now continue. Go up to Samara. And then after Samara, we'll go as far as Haran. Like when it comes to development, no doubt there's a lot of that here. Move up. Just anything that gives me another martial lifestyle perk before continuing on. Okay, it's a little much. Artifact delivery. Big payment. Alright, where to? I mean, it's a large realm that you have here. It could take me anywhere. I'll do it for the money. All I know was going to be up there. You're going to take me to the sick place. Hey, I'm a sucker for money, alright? I'm willing to go up there. Huh, no. Born in a harsh midday sun, we made a temporary camp inside a killer, very damp camp. Did you hear that, my cousin? Overhaul seems ill at ease with my dark shoulder. So I turned around, suddenly face with a young boy must have walked right past Overhaul. The startled child immediately vanished deeper in the caves. Follow that child. We delved deeper and deeper under the earth, leaving a bright sunlit landscape for increasingly damp, dark tunnels. So I finally catch up with the boy and distracted by a splendorous sight. An ancient system of underground canals extends as far as the eye could see. Welcome, Captain, to my very own palace. It's likely the dwarf, even yours. He looks at me defiantly, clearly dismayed I managed to follow one up here. My prowess ain't what it used to be. But maybe I can learn something from studying this structure. Irrigation insights. Just wondering how long's that been there? It's an old one. But it hasn't spread to calm. This is the last time I'm accepting anyone's contract for this. Here you go. Big time payment. Drylands are scarred by war, scattered its victims, and at the camp's driving stage, the conditions are terrible. And our encounter soldier string. I began to feel weak, lagging behind the rest of the party when it normally set the pace. There's something wrong. Thank the living spirit, my personal precision is here. It's just that my humors were out of balance, and that the best way to restore it will be through bloodletting. After consulting with astronomical charts, it is decided that I should be bled from armpits and temples. The bloodletting turned out to be just what I needed. More symptoms seemed alleviated, and the world seemed a little brighter. Give me your best man. Fortunately, we're in a hurry. Oh, Paul, no. We have prayers. He was our quartermaster for a men-at-arms regiment. I have room in another. Give me your best. That's all you got? Perry, you're excellent. We haven't had a good quartermaster in a while. Create travel itinerary decision. Character, let's trade gold for an artifact by commissioning a travel itinerary. Describe the place they visit. An itinerary artifact will give different effects depending on where you've been and what choices you make. What is the Tuashi? It's a light cavalry. Compared to light horsemen? They just do slight more damage. They do well on plains, dronlands, hills, mountains, etc. Flexible cavalry force combines sword and spear and bow to defend their mountainous homelands from outsiders. I've heard tell the military exploits of the legend Kurdi mercenaries, passing through Overhaul. I'm fortuitous enough to come across a highly skilled mercenary commander. Now claims he's the finest Kurdish swordsman in the world and would be honored to serve for the right price. Is that so? And the right price he shall have! Give me the provisions. Samar's besieged. Okay then, go next door. Because we're on our way to Haran. Right, to Haran. And then make your way back. Like, just stop at around close to Baghdad. Because I know that we're going to assemble an army out here. Dear goodness. Alright, move on. I can't help but listen to the excited voices coming from a small crowd of servants in the hall. Everybody recognizes Captain Praniyata's impenetrable golden coat of the tiger, which shines on the battlefield like no other and lets friends and foes alike that an immortal hero walks among them. Excellent. So now it's gained renowned armor. Its armor started getting some fame from the many battles its owner survived and won. So it's +1 prowess for those who... It's because having kept its owners for at least 15 battles, this armor started getting recognized on the battlefield. That's the reason for it. So, this is where the Saint Caliph lives. How about that? Now remember, when you activate this, you get a press claim on a certain kingdom area that you're in. Which, again, not the entire realm, just the kingdom area. Which it will be Mesopotamia, so we'll soon be moving back towards Mesopotamia. Now, go to this here mosque, visit the Temple of Sin, and then, we'll get going again. Prison break. No. Alright, visit the holding one last time. Then, go to here at Anbar. That's where we'll stop and begin the invasion from here. Why haven't I been cured from my illness yet? Because you can bring your big bad army as you like. We'll destroy you. And more. And even if we can't take Baghdad, we can take the other places around you. Hear about how Samara fought. Health is doing poor because I'm still ill. Wow, it's nice and all. All this. Okay, let's refill this one more time. Bantu warriors, Swahili sailors. Oh, they do sieges too. Swahili sailors are slightly tougher than the Bantu warriors. Wetlands, plains. Against skirmishers and heavy infantry. Swahili sailors, archers and heavy infantry. But be aware of where you're at. If you start that war, those armies around you are going to be quite hostile towards you. So, maybe to start the conquest from Karbala. Or it has to be within Mesopotamian borders. We're not conquering the whole, we're just conquering a big kingdom of theirs. They can try to retake it if they like, but they would be in for a reckoning. Anything that gives me faster siege progress would be great. So I'll take the Swahili sailors against archers and heavy infantry. Which there's no doubt going to be plenty of those out there. Scrape the barrel. That's bad. Not enough gold. Not enough provisions. Shit. For all of you guys. Okay then. Hang on. Just buy these provisions one last time. And then you fill them up. Not enough provisions. Well, it's enough for me. It's enough for everyone. These are the men I gotta fight with us. And the lowest of the low is... Why do I have you forced? No longer a part of it now. So the lowest of the lowest had 6. But a bagatelle effectiveness is 205. Has no equal. So many mercenaries already hired. Would it tell you who hired them? Well, he's doing other things. You can call the army a light over here. Hey, that'll definitely help you out in the siege. My brothers in against other heavy trained spearmen and armored horsemen to go against archers. That'll complement with it. You got the piety for it, and they're ready. Commanded by you. Okay, so this is it. We just hit around the hour mark of this video. Become a great conqueror by single warfare and a man or woman at war. For far too long my sword has brought riches to others. Now the earth shall drown beneath an ocean of blood for my glory. The time of great tribulation shall begin, unmatched since the dawn of time. Once upon becoming land, you will get the conqueror trait. You will get an army of seasoned veterans consisting of retinue lances, which has super high damage, along with the toughness. They'll do well. Retinue Lancers, heavy cavalry against archers, and Retinue Vanguard, which is heavy infantry against spearmen. And they help you out with the siege progress as well. You will get the Greatest Conqueror Legend Seed. You get press claim here on Mesopotamia. Star War against them for Ventura Caspella. We don't have 4,000 soldiers, but hey, it's the best we could do. Okay. I have the punishment of the Father of Greatness. Let's begin. I still remember Chucky's death. The first person I remember dying at my whim. Did I have a taste for it even then? Did this hunger inside of me, this need for more, kindle at that instant, or simply burn bright enough to finally be seen? Many more have joined him since, but for most, such slaughter would be enough, but not for me. I cannot help but smile as I look to the horizon. Not for those who died, I smile at those who will. Conquering a horseback is easy. So we get an army of 350 men in Karbala. War begins. There's a lot of hostile armies out here. No, you cannot bring them over here. So you're on your own. The garrison is not enough, but you can have this. So it takes 9 days. 9 days before even the first siege event for a fort level 5. Thanks to the Swahili sailors, the Retinue Vanguard, and our siege weapons, along with all the other things that we have here, including our great chief engineer. Remember, this is for Mesopotamia. As you know, Mesopotamia. So if you win, you'll get it and its vassals. Although we'll adopt the clan government. Although the people will not like me for this. But I'll gain veteran adventurer and many more rewards. So, let's begin. Should they raise their army against me, we'll defeat them. They call upon their holy order, but they're getting bigger. I lost an ill trait. I'm ready to be healthy. I step out of my tent and rub my eyes. Siege camps sprawls up before me. A maze of sagging tents and ramshackle huts, lit by the yellow fires of cook fires and green gold cast light lanterns. Piles of gear and the discarded flotsam travel across all around. Wagons, animals, mules, donkeys, and oxen, horses, and even a camel or two. Fierce flags may heraldric birds are spread across the barren crags. People bustle about loading mules and checkered supplies. A thin column of smoke climbs above the camp, and the smell of cooking fires fills the air. There Karbala stands before me, a smoldering ruin. In the fields between, a red and yellow sea of roaring flames rises high in the air. Bodies and body parts litter the muddy streets. Outside a few standing homes and barns, heaps of shorn wool and ransacked grain attract swarms of vultures. Spare it for once, because this is going to be our land. We'll swing around. Because they're gathering, and we need to beat them to it while the army is still gathering, before they get bigger and bigger. Remember, we are the army of the invincible. I have a massive advantage over you. Let's see what you got. Massive advantage over you. Okay, it takes 10 months to siege Baghdad, but as long as we have the men for it. But the siege events will make things quicker. Yes, the fort level is high, but we have enough men, but we got a few tricks up in our sleeve. Starvation. Starvation. 7 months now. We thought this city could never be taken, but we may have. And don't forget to refill the men with whatever you need. Everything must wither away, one day or another. The Neoplatonic Academy in Haran was once a vibrant community of scholars, the last remnant of the Hellenic civilization of antiquity. For centuries, philosophers and mystics of the academy passed down their vistal lineage of knowledge to the next generation, but no more. The last teacher of the school has passed away. Without any financial or moral support, the academy will fade into the annals of history. The only thing that remains or once was a vibrant intellectual community is now a fading ink of ancient scrolls and whispers of brilliant history long past. So it is, so shall be. Haranian characters can no longer spawn in the Middle Eastern courts, and rulers in that region can no longer take the decision to patronize the Platonic Academy. Well, at least I passed by while apparently the last teacher was still alive when I visited Haran. We need breaches. Come on. This could turn up the speed. Rampant disease. Provisions capacity doubles the effect of siege replenishment for our men. Still feeling fine, though I am vulnerable to illness these days. Don't switch your lifestyle until it's all over. Desertion's siege progress makes little jump every time. Everything will be alright. This is not the time for this now. Thank you. The garrison size went down. Keep at it. It's too bad the walls are intact. But look at the loot it'll bring once this is finished. 353 gold plus more. And we're definitely going to use that wealth. And we'll appoint local Uyghur Vamna loyalists. Maybe perhaps a few Arabian Manicheans as well, if I want to hybridize with their culture. To get their innovations, which is, we're still a backward culture. Alright, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Siege step out of the tent and rub my eyes. Siege cast sprawls out before me. A teeming field of toiling men and beasts. Pennant snaps in the stiff breeze. Everything is covered in thick sheen of grey damp like a mud-laden lake. My low retainers approaches and informs the siege and I gather my bodyguards head to the edge of the camp. The village of Baghdad stands before me. A blackened crumbling shell. In the fields between, empty carts dot charred mounds of dirt. Wooden wheels still bear traces of thick, wet blood. On the walls that still stand, blackened corpses lie in the battlements. Algae flies in tatters. Helms lay on their side, and horse limbs shake, limp and sweat-soaked. Grieving widows weep beside their felled homes. Left behind children from shock or hunger. Spare it because it's going to be our capital. I don't want to cause any damage to it. Not giving up yet, huh? Well, don't worry. About to take another place which won't take long. Just to add up to the war score. Oh yeah, there's room for more, but it's kind of too late now. Hey, you gained foot. Prowess per stress level. If you ever get stressed, your prowess will increase once again. And you get to have more knights and more size of men-at-arms regiments. 81%. Spare it because this is part of Baghdad. Don't cause any harm to it. Hey, get off of there. Oh yeah, don't forget, each time you win a siege, your army size replenishes. We'll kill all you too. So we need to take this place. I'll get you too. I'll get you too. Need to occupy the whole capital county. And we've done it, 98%. Spare it one more time. Gain a contested house. Vassals of the realm may become independent based on relationship to the old ruler. Differences in culture, faith, and opinion with the adventurer, sub-realm size, military stream, distance from the capital, and other factors. You'll get Mesopotamia, Baghdad, Basra, Magnan, Kabbalah, and our vassals and more. All the camp buildings demolished and portions of their costs returned. Baghdad will be my new capital. And I'll be a veteran adventurer. Prowess per level of fame goes up more. Ignore negative culture opinion. No negative opinion of other cultures. So no matter what they think of me, we'll accept these demands and just be ready for them, of what's to come. You're a mighty reina. You only have most of Mesopotamia. You need to completely control Baghdad. There are some places that has gotten away, such as the Emirate of Samarra, which we can definitely go after you next. And look at the monthly income. We still manage. Do have the domain limit for this. Got lots of work to do. I know there's going to be some people that do not like me very much for this. Oh yeah, council first. We have our Kimak Archbishop. For those who want it, they'll get it. You, however, I could definitely sway you easy. First things first, here's some Silk Road entertainers. Something we are used to do. Perhaps in time you will all be Manicheans. Mental clearings for lowered men-at-arms maintenance. The army is up to size, along with the levies that it provides. Baghdad is a trade center. You can construct a duchy building here. I'm astonished at what I'm seeing. We gotta go for jousting grounds for our cavalry, because that's what we specialize at. That's what I'm willing to spend big money on. Inspections, hunt. Another Manichean holy order here. Ah, of course. Reinforces Silk Road communities. Just give me the East Asians, and which you subsequently close these down. Bring in the East Asian specialists. That's for the slight increase of vassal opinion and popular opinion. That's what I need that for. Can begin arbitration. Oh yeah, legitimacy level. I didn't think that. Since you just acquired this land, your legitimacy level, it's up there. Want vassalage? Realms distant from mine. Are you sure? Okay, you're willing to accept. What if? Yeah, just to bribe you, then bring you in. With exception. So I don't have to conquer you. Because we need a few more of those places. Not to mention it expands our realm up there. So now you're the most powerful vassal around. And I'm afraid of you. And you're a much better spy master than the other guy. I was about to say, what are skills you're good at? Well, it doesn't matter because you're not Manichaean. And plus you're a small vassal compared to him. Right. We've done it, even though there's a few small areas that we need to take care of that belongs to them. There's going to be an issue in future. And we do not border with Byzantium, which is not something to be worried about yet. And there's so many things we could do with all this. But what I'd like to have is some more cultural acceptance between them, because it needs 20 for this. That's something that we should do. Promote the culture here. No, promote cultural acceptance. Get it up here. And let's just try to get everything under control, which will take in no time. The Seneschal will be you. Remember, you bought a lot of Indians over here. Oh, a lunatic. Very great. Master horse for night effectiveness. Master of the hunt. A garden hermit. Who's poor, why not? We'll put you in anyway. Where are my bodyguards? They're still here. I haven't gone into the royal court yet. Let's go to the royal court before you do any other big time decisions. So now, every year, it's 1%. We gotta have a culture access between us and them. Well, them with the Zanj is as nice as that they have. All of religion, which would be nice. But still, there are some things that I prefer over the other. And do we even have contact with them anymore? Yeah, we still do. We still have contact between them. Now remember, we're clan government now, not feudal. I'm just still trying to figure things out. Other than, hey, Commissioner Manichean manuscript. Just let me stop. Go to major decisions. I wouldn't mind adopting, like instead of clan, like why don't we be administrative? An administrative Mesopotamia sounds really interesting. Not to mention it'll make the legitimacy level go up. And it'll make the vassals like me. And tell them that Manichean is the law of the land. Manichaeism. Home of the rivers. That's for the Syriac culture. Do they still even exist? No, I don't think so. I think they're all gone. Talbot's money, that's diverged. Yeah, they're all gone, unfortunately. Formed the Sultanate of Rome, which you can do that as your Turkic heritage. If you wanted to go to Anatolia for whatever reason. So this is going to be my aim. First things first. Revive Mani's teachings in Mesopotamia. And then adopt centralized administration. Because I want to explore more of that, as we didn't have time for the other entity where we left home. But I love to explore more of this here in Mesopotamia, as I do intend to continue this series just a little bit longer. But anyways, Mesopotamia was the homeland of our prophet Mani. Over the centuries, this ancient land fell under a dark influence, and his followers have been persecuted there. The land between two rivers must be realigned with Mani's teachings. So I will gain the nickname Zahag Imane, and gain a level devotion, which is already at the max. 210 legitimacy, which I'll increase my legitimacy level to true. And I will gain Mani's emanation legend seed. The Manichean head of faith, who is Archegos Salau currently, she's a Sogdian culture, located in Zam. So she'll move back to Kufa, and the head of faith will be reestablished there if there is no, if it currently has no holder, even though there is. Prevents non-Manichean rulers from being able to take the decision to persecute Zindiks in Mesopotamia ever again. And every county in Mesopotamia has a 50% chance that the faith will change to Manichaeism. And I'll make sure all my vassals convert to that. So now, we got all four of them, the exception of Baghdad, which will, it's part of the revolt that we'll have to take care of. So for historical context, Manichaeism suffered many persecutions throughout its history. As a minority religion in many places around the world, during the Abbasid period, Manichaeans were viewed with suspicion by followers of other religions. For instance, they were thought to have practiced human sacrifice, using the heads of their victims during divination ceremonies. The last major persecution in Mesopotamia, the original homeland of Manichaeism, happened during the reign of Al-Muqaddi in 908 to 932 C, when the remnants in the Manichaean community, including the head of the church, the Archegos, fled east to Samarkand. For the light. For money. Our recent successes in reviving Mani's church in its homeland of Mesopotamia have raised questions about the practice of monasticism, now common among many of the Manichean elect. There are those who begun to rethink that the necessity of monasticism, arguing that it is the practice that the church misguidedly adapted from other religions, particularly Buddhism, simply because we adapt the ideas of other faiths. As Mani taught us to disseminate our true teachings, doesn't mean we have to adapt everything. Others argue that regardless of whether the monastic lifestyle came to our church later or not, it is a good practice. It helps the elect with their spiritual activities in liberating the light by isolating themselves from the evil world of darkness. Monasticism or no? Don't we have another thing? Like, don't we have one of its other tenets? Separate gluttonous. But you know, if you take esotericism, would that mean that witchcraft would no longer be criminal? To reform Manichaeism? It's based on the suggestions of the members elect. The doubt is go for esotericism instead of monasticism. But monasticism gives you courtiers to take vows to become a monk, which is one of the ways to disinherit characters in a more classier way, instead of having outright disinheritance. It does have its uses. You already have so many things. You still have the restored light. Esotericism gives wise man / wise woman trait, and it's a virtue in itself. So we get another virtue out of the list. That children with a learning focus may gain a wise man trait if they do well in their studies. Not quite sure. It's a toss-up. Well, you know what? Let's take this opportunity to reform Manichaeism. We still get to keep gluttonous and temperate as a virtue because of other things. Reform it. Mani's teachings return to Mesopotamia. Mani, the apostle of the Messiah Jesus and the prophet of light, was born in Mesopotamia, and it is there he began preaching to his doctrine, said to be not only the culmination of all other religions, surpassing them in profundity and truth. In recent times, Mani's disciples have suffered setback after setback, facing oppression, discrimination, and violence from followers of other religions, especially in his homeland. This changing thanks to Praniyata, a powerful patron of Manichaeism, who rules over much of Mesopotamia and has overseen a revival of Mani's teachings in the region. At long last, the followers of the religion of light have the peace and freedom they've yearned and prayed for. For so long, under a devout, benevolent ruler, the cities of the Crescent now produce countless beautiful Manichaean manuscripts, paintings, and artwork. Its inhabitants sing the hymns to the glory of the prophet Mani and the Father of greatness, and the elect living there work tirelessly day and night to live perfect, virtuous lives in order to liberate the light in a holy war against the forces of darkness and matter. This is a new chapter in the history of Mani's church. So we're ditching monasticism in favor of esotericism. And now we call her. So been proclaimed by followers of the Prophet Mani as the Zag-e-Mani, or the emanation of Mani, due to your efforts to revive the teachings of Mani in its ancestral homeland of Mesopotamia. Although we don't have 100% control of Mesopotamia, as a small part of that is still missing, but we'll handle that at some point. Why is that still there? I can't take those contracts anymore. But nevertheless, well, you did set out what you accomplished. I know I can't bear children anymore, but I would like to marry someone with high stewardship. That is noble. I mean, I'll go to everything else, but I need the stewardship. I'll take the hit. Yeah, you have way more men-at-arms, and you do have the financial stability to provide it. And I said before, you haven't even looked at the court. We got a few artifacts. Well, there's only one. Noxus bracelet. So yeah, court feels empty. So, in this case, just for starters. Actually, we can afford a little more. A warlike court instead of administrative. Ah. Makes sense, because, you know, we're the conquerors here. So let's do that. I can have one more holding if I like. And you can start so many legends. Bagator and Hunt, Greatest Conqueror, Mani's and Nivenage, Manic Heritage, that's an old one. I mean, I would like to have that, but I don't have much long to live. And if you want to prolong that life, you might as well start. Let's go on a medicine focus. Just be as healthy as you can. And troll around the realm every once in a while. And you're still traveling to the prison location. You're still over there. Okay, we're waiting for you. Okay. Gallant Bagator. My Bagator powers excelled in our recent battles, and the court is buzzing with excitement. What an accomplished Bagator. What a role model. What a man. University student donates me some gold. Thank you very much. Yeah, just speak well of him. We know each other well enough. Oh yes, we need tax collectors. We got so many vassals. Hi Shen, my brother. Good to see you still around. Oh, this is temporary. Because, pick up a good one. It's temporary as, oh, some are still on their way. Yes, some of the family members are coming over. Not closely related or distantly related, because I feel like I had a long life here. So that'll definitely go up on the finances, because I intend to, you know, adopt centralized administration to go further along with this idea of Mesopotamia. Although Samara needs to split up at some point. Because that one's the powerful vassal you need to watch out for. But you have an invincible army these days. It's not what you have acquired. For as long as you shall live. Well, bring it on. We'll crush you. And this is going to be my way of revoking your titles. Bring it on, I say. Now, can we mass ransom everybody? Because I know some are willing to pay. With my marriage to Courtiers, the realm is excited to throw a suitably extravagant wedding celebration. It is over my right to collect royal aid duty as part of this, but some reconsider tasteless to levy an extra tax in our time of jubilation. Of course I'll collect it. Who pays for their own wedding? This is just to raise the fund for the path to become an administrative Mesopotamia and revoke those harsh laws. Terror strikes. I can create a cadet branch. Yeah, I've been wanting to do that for a while now that I'm landed. None of your living ancestors belong to your current house. Go ahead. It will be referred to as House Praniyata. I know some of you haven't been married. I'll say to right those wrongs, for you are the future. But first, we got some matters to take care of. A dangerous faction who might be willing to take me down. Unless it gets too weak. But this is also a great way to get rid of them and replace them with Manicheans. Speaking of Manichaeism, not a lot of spread of Manichaeism here, but this will be your first task. Although we need a better one. Cleared it as someone better. By Shen. You're now Archbishop and Tax Collector. 5 years' time? Baghdad is the Turkic name for Baghdad. Will be Manichaean. Now to become the new dynasty head. Is that so? No. That's dynasty head, not culture head. That's different. That's different. Since you're landed, this is what you have now. Territory defender advantage, strict organization, hard rule, souls less fortune. It's increasingly clear from the lowliest peasant to the most noble of my vassals, they're all whispering my name, whispering my life, whispering of war. There's support for my cause, for my people to see me as a ruler worthy of the world. The strength of the Rusta of Mesopotamia is mine to wield, and wield it I shall. To strike out words is what expected me. To claim right to what should belong to me, I am destined to rule, and to subjugate those around me and make them part of my Rusta. With my people behind me, I cannot fail. A conqueror. Let the conquest begin. You will start receiving support from your vassals and your people. But beware! They will see your support wane if you stay at peace for too long. Lose too many wars, and become a subject of another realm, or fall from grace. If you die, your children are expected to take up the mantle of conquest. Damn. So, when you do that, it's with the conqueror trait. Again, tax increase, yeah. Lower man-arms maintenance. Yes. Forced vassalization we can do. Removes prestige costs and piety costs. Armies will flock to the banners. Claimants will crowd our court. Vassals will fall in line. Screw it. I already have that reputation anyhow. But don't expect me to start fighting anyhow. Just yet. Because there might be some trouble. Okay, they just increased the cost. First I noticed the hints of unease, then I noted the clues of anger, and finally confirmed that someone on my accounts clearly attempted to harm my prestige by spreading half-truths and lies about my person among my peers. While I tried to discover who's the guilty member of the council, the rascal covered his, or tracks very well, and my investigation came to naught. This being said, I have a strong suspicion about the actions of Sheikh Hamsi of Rusafa. Is he the traitor? My political expertise will save me. A special demand. My vassals as well as lower segments of society are getting restless and have not assembled the states of the realm to plan our strategy over the long term. This is a costly affair and it could go sour on me if I lack the ability to cause a good impression on everyone. I must weigh carefully about the pros and cons of organizing the whole affair. Shit. Summon everybody to the palace then. God damn it, I was trying to save the money so we can adopt that and centralize administration. 100 gold. That'll get me going again. Fancy dreams. I know where money's going. Keep it up. As I was on my way to a nearby village today to pay a visit to the cherished acquaintance that was ill, my spy master briskly warned me about a murder attempt against me being thwarted at the last minute. After some commotion, he was adamant telling me the assassin was caught planning to murder me in the nearby village. The thug paid with his life after being creatively interrogated and was clearly a religious fanatic hailing from the province where I've ordered a religious conversion. These type of ambitious policy can lead to dangerous implications down the road. Magnificent job, spy master, for having a very high intrigue skill. Yeah, they want it back on the throne, but I dared them to rebel against me, especially Samaru. Today I received a report that some of my soldiers accidentally burst into the wrong person's house to make an arrest. It was an awkward situation all around. At least no one was hurt. What a shambles. That's all I gotta say about you. After all, he's blind, so I forgive him from that. In light of my recent efforts to build bonds, better relations with the local East Asian community, various elites of families of Eastern origin have provided me with a gift of gold and other valuables, many crafted people's traditional styles. Such gifts are much appreciated. As I said, I intend to turn this realm into administrative, because an administrative Mesopotamia would sound very, very good. But obviously, we gotta get rid of the trash. I was able to lead the work of the estates of the realm in the most professional and enlightened way. Several important policies were implemented. A general feeling of cooperation was forged, and in the end I was able to impress everyone with my leadership skills. Now it's time to turn to reality of what was planned. Great news. Excellent. Even more income for a place that already has high income. Oh, hold on, I saw that. It expires next year, then we'll get to make the income from the Silk Road. Husband hasn't been here yet. Died of cancer. Okay, now they've lost their member to the faction. Here you go. Success, still feeling fine. Where's that at? Ah, over there. You got it. Give me the money. Hakabilga. Well, he's at the court of the governor. This is strange in regards to line of succession, but, well, I aim to change that. Right. 44, 53, 2. Right, you're one that's a little hard to please. Can I do to sway you? Say things my way. This, however, would be easy for you. Because I could simply, oh, where is it? Oh yeah, that one mace. No. Give him the... Where's that one mace? Actually have domestic affairs. It'll increase the vassals a bit more, of the opinion. Just for starters. And there's one other powerful vassal. Yeah, him. What the hell? Again, just wish there was room for you all. And bear with me. Short reign. It takes time. Just got here. And I don't want to fire you, because he'll be mad at me. You know, after all, he's a sheik. But I believe the easiest way to tell him to go to your way is to, well, not convert cities of religious head. Religious head? Oh, you're that mommy. Okay, that's different. Yeah, the easiest way to get them out of my hair is to make sure they're all become Manichean. With this, however, he could be an issue. But I think it's best to keep him on side. Blind and ill. I just realized that I'm gonna lose a bit of land for this. Yeah, not exactly what I thought in mind. But hey, at least you're here now. Now, swaying is one thing. Because if you want to have a ministry, you need to get everybody on side. It's him and this other person who's currently fighting off in some battle over there that he's intervening. Fortunately, he's craving and forgiving. You know what? Just give them the damn money. Same for the blind guy. You're gonna be hard to please. Liege holds the Yori title. Ask ahead of faith for gold because I'm gonna need some for the, you know, what we're trying to do here. They try to sway you. Court Brewmaster. Well, I'll be damned. I didn't know we have that. Popular opinion, Courtier guest opinion. Screw it, empty the cellars just for increased popular opinion. That definitely prevents peasant revolts. Just looking for ideas. Look, you got your man, alright? Liege holds de jure title. Do I? Huh? Hey, you're from there, right? By the way? Basra. We do have Basra. I have Basra. Well, why didn't you say so? Could have said something. But that's gonna make me get rid of some council members of mine. Here. Now I need a new marshal. Prince Simba. Okay. I was about to say, can't ask the head of fate for more money again, right? Again, it takes time to increase their opinion of everybody. You're from there. Ah, perfect. I'm gonna resist, man. Remember, who else? Oh yes, you're from there, so at least I don't have to vest in you anymore, so you're gonna want that vassal, because you hold Basra now. So, there. Who else is a new powerful vassal? How's that man, who does not like me very much? Yes, you want to see him on the council, and you're zealous, that's a big problem. Symbol of Jazira. If West it only cost you 50 to create a title like that, and I'll give it to you. And you can have that guy too. I don't want him around. It's a bit screwy, but just don't want him to be around. So, okay. 115. That's still nice. Right, where are we? You do like me somehow. I mean, all you need to do is be a member of the council and we're golden. Speaking of golden. And I'll keep you swayed in the meantime while I get the money back. Yeah, you don't need to convert now. That's what I was asking for. Now, here we go. Now I wanted to end the episode with this. The rule style of Mesopotamia must be governed by laws, institutions, and merit, not family. Inheritance of personal allegiances. As long as large this will never be officially governed by an administration of able bureaucrats centered around a beautiful capital. Adopt administrative. I'll be giving lawgiver. And will have influence. So every feudal or clan vassal within the natural realm of the and of your faith may change their government to administrative if they fulfill one of the following. Their powerful vassals, they have an opinion of 25 even more. Additionally, any vassals that have a positive opinion will have a chance to adopt administrative government time themselves. Gives me more legitimacy. Do it. I send you back on. Recognizing them, reorganizing them on the size of the Kingdom of Macedonia is no small feat. Once was a network of personalities, now a state with governors and officials. Some parts of the realm remain untouched by this reform. The merit of some Samaras outside of the new state we've built. This we cannot tolerate for long. As legalism spreads throughout the realm, no doubt notions of family and vassalage give way to civic pride and centralization. Law now governs these lands. Some vassals did not convert to administrative rules and will have to be convinced or forced to at a later time. Yeah, everybody's still clan, but only here is it administrative. With time, we can, start improving all these things that just came with it. Even though we didn't spend much time with that when we did that adventure playthrough, but now I plan on continuing the series just a little bit longer for a couple episodes more, so I could get familiar with playing administrative and all that, just to be ready for the next series for Nubia and all that, because may never know I'll do that over there too. So yeah, I had quite a bit of fun. But remember, you're a conqueror now. So, don't be afraid to fight in wars against anybody. So whomever, dares. Can be anyone we take on. But this should be fine and all that. So in the next episode we'll do some administrating. Money will be coming in faster than ever, and we'll start focused on building our estate rather than here. And don't be afraid to go on conquesting, since you may not have the prowess anymore, but you still have the martial like no other. And maybe, who knows, maybe create a legend. Greatest conqueror. Maybe. Who knows? So we hope you people have enjoyed this episode, which was quite an experience, traveling from Mongolia to Taberna Basin, Transoxiana, all over India, and then into Mesopotamia, and restored Manicheaism to the way it is now. And we reformed it one more time, adding esotericism in the list of virtues. But witchcraft is still criminal, however. We prefer righteous esotericism. So we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.